and welcome. And in today's craft video, I wanted to try to replicate this. That is really neat. And I can guarantee you we can make this pretty inexpensively. How much is that? $25. So for this ornament, $25.99. My goal is to show you guys how to make this for a lot less. So we went to Epcot on one of our last visits and I saw that ornament. It's a Mickey ornament with metallic tinsel in it. So I figured, might be able to replicate that. So that is what we are going to attempt today. I have not done it, so I'm not sure if it's going to work, but I'm pretty confident that we will get some good results. So I tried making this with mostly Dollar Tree items. So the first thing you're going to need is a large plastic ornament, which I got at the local Dollar Tree. It does not have a size on it, but they did have a twin pack and a larger size. So obviously I got one of the twin packs and one of the large ornaments. I also bought the tinsel that they had available at my local Dollar Tree, which was this metallic pinkish purplish and silver, blue and green. So I bought these at the Dollar Tree also. Other than these items, of course, I'm going to use a glue gun and some glue sticks to put the ears on the larger ornament. A coping saw. So Scott told me that this is, he had this obviously, because I asked him what could I use to cut the plastic, to cut the little top off of the ornament without it breaking. And he said this would probably work. So I'm going to try to use this coping saw. He said that this is basically used by carpenters, carpentry, for just small projects like cutting baseboard or maybe crown molding, stuff like that. So a coping saw. All right, so let's get started. All right, so the first thing we're gonna do is take the two of the smaller ornaments and take them out of their package. Okay, we are going to take off the little silver top by just pulling it. There you go. We won't need this for the rest of this craft. Put that to the side, and now very gently we are going to try to saw this little part off of the ornament. Now Scott told me the trick to this is to do it nice and slow and let the saw do the work. I have not done this, so let's see. So let's see how it can or cannot be done. I think the key to this is going to be patience. It is doing something. If you guys have any suggestions on an easier way to take these little plastic tops, the part of this, without breaking it, please make sure to share it. I'm sure it'll help a lot of people. Oh, it's definitely cutting through it. I'm going to continue doing this and then I'll get back to you when I've gotten almost completely through it. So as you can see, I could probably just snap it off. And there you have it. So it did work. I will say it was a little difficult to do while I was filming because I was trying to hold it down and just cut, as you saw, slowly. So it was much easier if I did it close to my, closer to me, because right now my hands are out and around the camera. But it could definitely be done probably faster than I did. It took me about maybe 4 or 5 minutes to do one. So I'm going to go ahead and do the second one. And once again, these are the small ornaments. And then I will get back and we'll do part number 2. Okay, so now you have your 2 smaller ornaments and you have the large ornament. So we are going to go ahead and carefully take the top off the large ornament. There you go. Okay, so what you may want to do is grab a pencil, a pen, the back of a paintbrush, and we are going to go ahead and stuff whatever colors you choose of the metallic tinsel inside the ornaments. Okay, so I did see that the strands were kind of long, so I went ahead and cut them with the scissors. I'm going to go ahead and stuff them in here. Now I know the Disney colors were not these colors, but like I said, I tried to get all my supplies, as much as possible, of course, at the Dollar Tree. You can also see how much you could stuff in there with your, just using your fingers. I have pretty small fingers. I think I'm just going to do mine silver and green. So silver and green is what I'm going to make mine. Kind of like spaghetti going in there. I think it needs to be moved around a little bit. I'm going to do the same thing to the other small ear, and then the same thing to the big ornament. Okay, so now we have ornament number 1, the smaller ornament number 2. So these two are the same size. Of course, don't forget you can cut the tinsel and make them a little smaller, more like confetti. But there are my 2 colors. And then, of course, the large one. So now what we're going to do is put the top back on the large ornament. Just pinch the little prongs together and it should pop on there. So we have that. Now just choose where you would like to put your ears, the two smaller ornaments. So I'm kind of liking this right here to be the front because it's kind of half and half. And then I think I'm going to put one ear there, and I shall put the other one right about there. So it's probably about ½ an inch from here to here is where I'm going to put it. But of course you can make your Mickey any way you want. Okay, so I'm using my smaller glue gun because I can't find my big glue gun, but this one will work just the same. So I'm going to go ahead and put some glue around here, and then I'm going to go ahead and place it and hold it there for a couple of seconds until I know that it has taken. I don't want to use too much, but I do want to use enough that I know it's going to stick and hold. So that was going to be the front of my ornament. I'm going to go ahead and hold it on there for a couple of seconds. Also, make sure if there is a certain side of your smaller ornament that you ended up liking the way that the tinsel looks, that you face that towards what you would consider to be the front of your ornament. Okay, that's on there pretty good. I'm gonna lay that down, and I will be doing the same thing to this one. I'm going to put some glue right here on the end where the opening is, just around the edge, and I will hold it on once again. Okay, so initially, I think that looks pretty darn good. So initially I was thinking of using the glitter to put along the edge here where I knew there was going to be a glue seam. But now that I look at it, I think I may want to put maybe some ribbon or maybe some bling. I'm going to see what I could find around the house here. See what I could put on here to hide this glue seam that it has. But I really like the way it looks. So this is not what I was looking for, but nonetheless, I found this very small pearl ribbon. It's 1/8 of an inch, and they sell it by the spool. So this initially was 10 yards, but obviously I've used it for lots of different crafts. So I'm going to go ahead and glue this on to where the glue seam is. So I'm going to measure it out first, and then I'm going to go ahead and cut it and glue it on here. And I am going to start, once I start gluing it, from what I would consider to be the bottom of the ear, so it's not as visible. So let's go ahead and do that now. Got glue strings everywhere, but I'm just going to gently pull them off. Any of this glue that got on the plastic as I was trying to put my glue on there. I'm just gonna take it off very gently. So I think that does look better. I was actually looking for, it's a plastic ribbon and it's silver and it has like 4 rows and you can cut one, and that's what actually I was going to use, because that's what I actually wanted to use because of the silver in here, but at the moment I cannot find it. I'm going to do the same thing to this ear. So I still think it needed a little something. So I cut this ribbon that I just had around the house. And this is 5/8 of an inch ribbon. And it's about an 8-inch piece. And I'm going to make a little white bow. So I'm going to fold it just overlapping a little bit. Just like that. I'm going to go ahead and glue the first little bit here. Just one small dab of glue. And I'm going to go ahead and fold that over. And I'm going to do the same thing on this side. Doesn't have to be perfect. I have been messing in the garden, so pardon my nails. But I was messing with the flowers outside. Okay, now I'm going to go ahead and pinch this as well as I can to get maybe a little bit of an accordion look to it. So maybe if I do that and that. Takes a little bit of time, but I'm going to go ahead and glue this so that it ends up looking something like that. So I'm going to go ahead and do that now. Careful not to burn yourself. I know I always say it, but those of you who have had a glue gun burn, you understand why I'm saying it. You can skip this part if you'd like, but I just thought that it needed a little extra something. It was just missing something. I'm going to use the same pearl ribbon little piece just to make it a little fancy. So I'm just going to glue the little pearls on the front side. So I'm just going to go ahead and glue these little pearls right here on the front side of this. Now I'm going to go ahead and put this right there, and I think that makes it look better to me. I like the look of that. So I'm going to go ahead and put some glue and go ahead and stick my bow on there. Now of course the ones that you just saw in the video that we saw at Epcot do not have the little bow, but you can get creative. You don't want the bow, you don't have to put it on there, but I think it looks cute. So I'm gonna go ahead and hang it on our Christmas tree so you can actually see what this turned out to look like. right, thanks everyone for joining me, and I hope that you guys enjoyed this attempt to recreate the craft that I saw. I believe the one we saw at Epcot was $25. This one was probably about, let's see. So this ornament I was able to make, not including, of course, the glue that I already had, probably about $4 to $5. $1 for the 2 ornaments up here, $1 for the big ornament, so that's $2. And then I bought the 2, I only used 2 of the packages of the tinsel. So actually I could get a lot of ornaments. I really didn't use much at all out of those bags, but that's another 2. So that's $4. And then of course, I have the ribbon and the little pearls. So I'm just gonna call that $1. So maybe about $5 this. And I think it turned out pretty darn good. I like it. I just did realize something though, guys. I chose a shade of green shirt to wear today, and I have a green screen going, so if my shirt is a little funky, that's because I didn't think it through, and I am wearing a green shirt with a green screen, so it's all green. As a matter of fact, the tinsel I used was green, so even this ornament might not look right here at the end, because all the green supposedly disappears with the green screen. Regardless, I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thank you so much for joining me. I am hoping to get to more crafts soon. It's just very difficult with time, but as soon as I can, I will bring you another one. Thanks for joining me. I really appreciate it. Bye.